Hey YouTube, Rico Knows here. Going to do another transfer portal update for you guys. This time, you guys see it, Agiye Hall going to UCF. So who's Agiye Hall? Maybe some of you guys don't know. A while ago, maybe 4 years ago, Agiye Hall was one of the greatest wide receivers to come out of high school. He was a 4-star, right on the verge of being a 5-star. Everybody talked about Agiye Hall. This is a Florida kid, went to 5 different high schools, and ended up going to Alabama. And if you don't know the story, he was eventually kicked off the team at Alabama. Just does not meet the standards. I remember I made a TikTok video on this young man, and I showed you guys some of his high school tape. And it wasn't the games that I was showing you. I was showing you him at practice. And at practice, he was defying coaches. Wasn't doing what they say. They would say, hey, use 2 hands in this drill. He would intentionally use 1. He was just a class clown, if you will. Lack of maturity. Thought he was God's gift to football. And he amounted to jack and shit, okay? Eventually, he got on the field at Alabama, but it didn't matter. That wasn't enough to keep him on the team. So Nick Saban kicks you off the team. You're a pretty terrible person. I'm going to tell you that right now. He didn't kick Tony Mitchell off the team. That's a convicted felon, okay? So they kicked this guy, Agiye Hall, off the team. Obviously, Texas signs him. And they're like, yo, that guy's amazing. We're going to sign him. He's great. And what do you know? As soon as he gets to Texas, first thing he does is roast the Alabama fan base. Said they're not real fans. They don't really rock with you. Just started attacking them verbally online. Just ridiculous shit. Unnecessary, bro. You found a new team. Move on. And then he gets arrested. I believe charges were dropped, but he was arrested at some point. Suspended multiple times. Eventually leaves the team before 2023. Kicked off the team. They say he left. You call it what you want. Not at Texas anymore. So he jumps in the transfer portal last year, and for some reason, he couldn't find any team to bite. No team wants to sign this dude. He's a headache. He's a problem. He's terrible, whatever you want to call it. Character concerns up the wazoo. If you don't know what a wazoo is, get your head out of it. Go wipe it. Smells like shit. I'm telling you right now, this man's got problems. So, he wanted to go to Purdue last year. He wanted to go with Hudson Card, but there wasn't mutual interest. So he didn't get to play at all last year. Homie was done, and as far as I'm concerned, his career was over. Now, apparently he stayed academically eligible. Apparently he enrolled in school, did all his classes. I don't know. I don't know how he clears admissions. I don't know how he clears the eligibility center. But apparently he did, and he's going to UCF. Congratulations. Shout out to UCF. They're scraping the barrel looking for players. UCF is signing anybody, bro. I want to tell you, there are times UCF gets a signing, and I go, yep, they got themselves a baller. They are who Colorado thinks they are. UCF is them. UCF's doing great. And then I see them sign a player, and I go, oh, my God. Are you really that desperate? Yes, you're trying to find the next Javon Baker, another Alabama wide receiver. I get it. But at what? At what cost? What's the sacrifice? I got a question for you guys. Would you ever date somebody who was super toxic just because she's gorgeous? Would you put up with that shit? At what point do you stop dating the toxic ones because they look good? I'm asking for a friend. I need to know. Because this appears to be a toxic one, and he looks good. Hadn't brought anything to any team he's ever been on. Has never brought any positives. No force multiplier here. No. This is a tremendously talented person with an immense character issue, or 3 or 4. If I've seen 2 entire coaching staffs, 2 of the greatest coaching staffs in America, Alabama and Texas, and they both gave up on you, there's 20 to 30 adults on that staff. That 40 to 60 adults gave up on you. But it's because you never learned what it was to be a good teammate. You just went from high school to high school. Hired gun. Mercenary. I'm going to show up here and play. I'm going to show up here and play. You got nobody in the locker room that really rocks with you. You got nobody that you value. You're not laying your foot down for anybody. You're not taking a bullet for anybody. You don't have a teammate mentality. This is the offensive version of Cormani McClain. And I don't understand it. Congratulations, UCF. Good luck. I hope it turns out well. I hope it works out for you. But everywhere this man's gone, I'm telling you. Everywhere he's gone, there's been no discipline. No understanding of priorities, maturity. And it doesn't happen overnight. You don't just flip a switch and you're magically great. I've seen perennial fuck-ups. People ruining their lives, not figured out till they're about 38 years old. I shit you not. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.